Recording is rolling. So welcome to Thursday, April 27th. We're going to continue AP practice exam solutions, pick up where we left off yesterday. But I've got some AP exam info for you guys before I kick into that. Okay. You guys know next week AP exams are starting. Now, AP physics is here, guys, this is up here. Right. Now, AP physics is one of the very last ones. It's on Thursday, the second week. Okay. So we've got a while to get there. But this coming Wednesday, so in a few days on Wednesday, I'm proctoring I think it's a English Lit in the morning, which means I'm not going to be in this classroom. You guys are going to be relocated to Damara and 4232. Okay, so you guys write that in your planner. I'll have that posted somewhere too, but that's good to know ahead of time, right, that you guys aren't going to be here on Wednesday. Okay, you guys got that? Right. And then there was a meeting this morning for all the AP proctors. Here's the information they gave us. So I'll give it to you. And since you guys got your notes out, then it's probably good to put your notes in your planner, right? Right. Been telling you guys to use your planner since first day here. Right. So before exam day, check with the school or center where the exam is being administered, right, to find out what room the exam is going to be administered in. If your guys is going to be in the gym, most of them are in the gym. I think there's like some in the cafeteria and like there's a couple of exceptions, but most of these are in the gym. Okay. Plan to arrive well before your exams scheduled starting time. Right. So the morning exams are 7 o'clock. That's like way before school usually starts. So if you have a morning exam, I think they tell you guys to get here like 7:30, right? Which is still way early, right? That's if you have a morning exam. Now the AP Physics 1, which is on Thursday the 11th, right? That one's going to be an afternoon exam. So they want you guys to get there around 11:30. So like eat lunch and then go to your exam. Okay. Okay. So definitely be there like before 12 o'clock, but 11:30 would be ideal. Okay. Be sure to bring these. Right. So number 2, pencils for your multiple choice answer sheet. All right. So number 2 pencil. Right. Guys can bring number 2 pencil. It says pen with black or dark blue ink for completing areas on the exam booklet covers and for free response questions and most exams. I've heard in the past that if you use a pencil, they don't even give you credit for this. I've also heard that in the meantime, that's not been the case. So probably a good idea to also bring pencils and pens. Can you guys bring pencils and pens? Right? And they always say not mechanical. That's been the case since I've been in elementary school. They like don't want mechanical pencils. It's speculate as to why, but right, you guys can bring a wooden number 2 pencil, right? Maybe a few of those. Okay. An acceptable calculator if your AP exam allows use of a calculator. Right. You guys, do you remember what calculators you're allowed to use on AP exam? Here, let's just go straight to the top. Are you allowed to use a TI 89 Titanium Plus? Yes, you can use it, right? Can you use pretty much any graphing calculator? Pretty much, yeah. Are you allowed to use this here scientific that I have as a class set? Definitely yes, right? So what are you not allowed to use on your AP exam? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, definitely access to the internet. I think you're right about access to keyboard too, right? There's a whole list of allowable calculators, and like I said, going up to TI 89 is even allowed. Right? So yeah, if it can access the internet, not allowed. Are you allowed to use your cell phone on the AP exam? No cell phones, right? In fact, it might be a good idea to just not bring your cell phone that day. I know it sounds weird, like just to not have it in your vicinity. It's a weird psychological thing, but I mean, if you left it home any day, then probably testing day, right? But if you do bring it, they're gonna pick it up anyway, and it's gonna be like out to the side. Okay. If you don't attend the school where you're taking an exam, a current government issued school ID. Okay, well, actually, they want you to bring that anyway, right? Because the proctors may not be your teachers. They may not know who you are. I mean, I'm not allowed to proctor the AP physics, right? So bring an ID, right? Do you guys have a school ID at least? School ID, maybe a driver's license, right? You guys bring an ID, a photo ID, right? So everybody's gonna bring a photo ID. An accommodations letter if you're taking exam with approved accommodations, which they probably have you separate. If you have to do like extra 50% or something like that, right, then you would know what's going on with that. So bring a letter, maybe just to be safe. Right? Watch that does not have internet access, does not beep or make noise, does not have an alarm. Guys, if you have a smartwatch, that's also one thing that's prohibited and that they would pick up from you before the exam starts. So Now, if you just have like a regular watch, like regular digital, that's fine. Right? But make sure it's not going to be beeping, anything like that. That might get you into trouble. Okay. Right, so no smart watches, nothing that could access the internet. Right. Uh, a ruler or straight edge only if you're taking the AP Physics exam, which definitely applies to you guys. Right? Protractors are not allowed. So no protractors, but a ruler or a straight edge. Right? Now I have a class set going around. I mean, I usually start with about 30 at the beginning of the year, and then by the end of the year, I have 90, and they're all like 4 inches. But I got some new ones recently, so we're gonna see if those last. And I usually put those in a bin and take them down, and like if I have the opportunity, a lot of times, sometimes I've been on my planning and I've been able to say hi to you guys real fast, wish you luck and say do your best, and I have a set of rulers, right? But you know what? If you guys want to, like the day before, borrow one of these. I mean, I've got a class set. They're around your desk. You probably got one on your desk right now. Okay, here. Let me tell you guys something about rulers. Got this plan because I've seen this in the past. Right? Suppose that on an FRQ you were asked, so one of these free response questions, you're told, "Hey, draw a free body diagram of a block at rest on an incline." Right? That's totally something completely reasonable they could ask you. Okay? Here's like no exaggeration. I'm going to draw you guys some examples that I've seen my own students draw in the past. Right? Right? Right. Now, if you're an AP grader and you're going through hundreds of these over the summer, like, oh, I just want to get through my quota. Okay. You've got a checklist of points, like, do I want to offer a point or not? Knowing that they grade really conservatively, right? How many points are you going to get for that? Zero. Right. Now, even if like you as a student understand in your mind what you're doing, right? That's not going to get you any points. Right? You know what they're looking for. They're like, okay, right? You got to imagine or maybe even dash off some Cartesian coordinates that are parallel perpendicular to the surface. Right? Right? You're looking for, look, I'm using a straight edge. Look, watch how nice this is about to be. Zoom. There's the weight. Zoom. There's the normal force, which is slightly smaller magnitude than the weight. Right? Actually, it's the cosine component if you're playing off this angle theta. Right? And then friction force, F sub FR, boom. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Right? Does that look really nice? Right? If you're an AP grader, boom, boom, boom. That might be 3 points right there. 3 points. Okay? And you only need about 35 points to pass the exam. About 40 something points to get a 4. About 50 points to get a 5. Right? I think there were, usually a couple of 5s. Right? Every year. I bet some of you guys could get a 5 right? if you go for it. I got some potential 5s on here. Oh, all right. Any questions so far? Don't bring these electronic equipment, including phones, smartwatches, fitness trackers, wearable technology, cameras, recording or listening devices, any type of electronic or communication device. Okay. Digital recording devices that meet AP program criteria are allowed only for, they've got a bunch of language exams here in music theory. Okay. But that doesn't apply to this particular exam. And if you're in one of those other ones, then I'm sure your other teacher will tell you exactly what to do. Okay. All right. Okay. So don't bring books or reference guides or notes or protractors. Don't bring mechanical pencils. Don't bring pencils that are number 2. Yeah, okay. I know some of you guys got to take off. So if you're on that list, I called you out earlier. Go ahead. Okay. Don't bring whiteout. Don't bring dictionaries. Don't bring highlighters. Don't bring colored pencils. Scratch paper. Students are prohibited from bringing scratch paper to the AP exam. I think they'll provide you plenty of extra scratch paper anyway. Oh yeah, scratch paper will be provided. Okay. Don't bring watches that make a noise. Computer calculators that are not approved. Again, if it connects to the internet or has a keyboard, then don't bring that. But scientific, recommend that. If you have just regular graphing, fine. TI-83, fine. TI-84, that's fine. Earplugs, it says not to bring. Clothing or shoes with subject-related information. So if you're all excited about, oh, I'm taking AP Physics, and you bring in a shirt that says E equals MC squared on it or F equals MA, bad idea. Just don't do that, right? Because okay, now food or drink. Now here's where there's maybe a caveat here. It says don't bring food or drink. We were talking this morning. They were saying, okay, well, what's been allowed and they're going to allow this year is if you bring a water bottle and it has a lid on it and you keep it closed and you just leave it under your desk, okay, then that's going to be okay. So you can bring a water bottle as long as it has a lid on it and you leave it closed. Okay. Okay. Now, as for snacks, what they're gonna do, it looks like, and I think they've done this in the past, is they're gonna have you guys leave your backpacks on one side of the gym, and they're gonna have you guys leave your snacks on the other side of the gym. And then during the break, you guys know the AP Physics is 2 parts. I think it's the case for most of these AP exams; they're in 2 parts, right? There's going to be a break between the first section and the second section. In your case, between the multiple choice and the FRQs, right? And then during that break, you can go access your snack. Okay, right? Everybody good? Right. You may use masks. Okay, so masks are okay. All right. All right. So I think it's the main points that you guys need to know from the meeting this morning. Right. Again, just mention this one more time. Mention it when we get closer to. I'll post this somewhere. Right. You guys know. Sorry, I was blurry. There we go. Right. Wednesday, May 3rd, you guys are relocating to this other room because I'm going to be proctoring a English exam that day. Okay. All right. All right. So you guys good? All right. So we're going to pick up where we left off with the AP practice exam.